How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you this little product here from Nokia. This is a car cradle that obviously sticks on your windscreen of your car, but it's a car cradle with a difference because this car cradle supports wireless charging, and not only that, but also NFC. So if you have got an NFC enabled phone such as, you know, Lumia 920, I think most of them actually 925 as well, you can actually set it so when you sit your car into this particular car cradle, it'll put it into car mode. So you can set it so it turns on your Bluetooth, or turns on your sat nav, turns on your MP3 player, anything like that. Through the NFC you can get it to connect that way. So let's look around the box. In fact, this does have a model number. I forgot what it's called. It's CR-200, is it? There we go. If we look at the side, you can see it's a CR-200 model, and it tells you about what it comes with there. There is a QR code. In fact, if you want to check that out, I'm going to put it right there big on the screen so you can pause this video clip and scan it in if you wish. And it tells you a bit more about what you get in there. So let's jump straight in there and have a look, see what you get. So obviously the cradle itself, we'll have a look in this just in a second. Top compartment, you get a pack. Now what comes in this pack, let's have a look. Okay, so 3 items. One of them is this bit here, which is the 12-volt cigarette adapter that plugs in there. And the beauty with this is you still have got a spare USB port to charge a second device, maybe a passenger or any other device that you may have in your car which charges via USB. Obviously, the cable there which plugs into the bottom of the dock, we'll have a look at that in a second. But you also do get an extension cable for this, so you can plug this end, for example, in here, there, and plug the other end into the bottom of the cradle. Now I believe this is 1.5 meters and this is 2 meters. Let me just double check that. No, not quite. This one's 1 meter and the extension's 1.5 extra meters. So the reason why it does come with an extension is this is more than long enough to go from your cigarette lighter to the cradle. But if you don't want to have a wire hanging around somewhere around your dash, use the extension to feed it inside your dash or behind your dash. And this is where this bit comes in. There's these little grommets, which I'm guessing, yeah, there's some double-sided tape just there, so you peel that off and that sticks onto you wherever it is in your car you want it to stick onto, and you feed the wires, the cables, through these little channels just to keep it all nice and tidy. So say for example you've got it fed underneath your car, underneath the steering column or anything like that, you don't have it falling and hitting your knees or anything like that. You just have this to secure it in place. Let's see what else you get in there. So nothing else there. There is this bit here. You can peel that off there, stick it onto your dash, and you can have it so the car mount sticks onto this instead of your windscreen. I won't be using that in my case anyway. And what else do you get in here? Wow, a ton of books. I mean, look how thick that is in terms of literature. Pretty boring stuff. No one cares about literature. Let's move that to one side. Okay, onto the cradle itself. So you have this bit here, which sticks onto the car. Now how it sticks on, in fact let's move this out the way, there we go. So how this sticks on, you got this bit here. Okay, so you stick it onto the car there. Wow, that's very tacky, that's like glue. Look at that fingerprint magnet already. Look at that. That is like glue. That's amazing. But anyway, you stick this onto your windscreen, you flick the switch, and it pulls it tight, and it shouldn't, well, judging by how tacky that is in terms of gluey, that shouldn't never come off. This is on like a ball joint, so this is fully adjustable. So as you can see, it fully adjusts around, and this swivels as well, depending on how you want to mount it. So mine's going to be mounted like that. There is a tiny little bit of paper here, and what does that say? There you go, NFC. So let's peel this off. And if your phone doesn't have NFC, you can just use this as, or wireless charging even, you can just use this as an ordinary car cradle. You just push that button there to open the arms, it opens up about that far. And just for reference, I'm going to put my iPhone in there. And now my iPhone has got a wireless charging back. I'm going to do a review on this very, very soon, so keep an eye on that. But that's going to sit in there like that and clamps on, and that should hopefully charge up my phone. And to release it, you just press that button there and it opens up the clamp. But if your car doesn't have wireless charging or NFC or anything like that, you should be able to, in theory, put your phone in like that and feed the charger just through there, just using the ordinary charger that you're using at the moment. But as you can see in my case, I don't have that because it's wireless charging. So if we look at the bottom, you can see that's where the plug goes in for us to be able to charge the phone. In terms of build, very soft rubber here, really nice soft rubber. That looks like a little LED indicator. These pads here, all rubbery as well. It feels really, really well made. This does feel like an excellent bit of kit. And that's pretty much it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this all mounted to my car, and then I'm going to show you how I've got it and see how well it works with the iPhone 5 and this charger. And I'm also going to try it out with the Lumia 820. So I'm going to use this on the Lumia 925. I was going to use it on the 820, but I've got a 925 with the wireless charging back. So all you have to do is literally, this is the NFC part just here. So you just tap the back of the phone against it, press accept, it puts it into car mode. And then all you do is just sit it in its cradle and close the clamp. And it's now charging. So I haven't got mine plumbed in yet, I've just got the wire literally dangling down here. Hopefully you can see it okay. I'm actually filming on my GoPro, so I can't actually see what I'm filming. And I've got it plugged into here. So there's the extra cigarette lighter bit. So there's the extra USB port just there. And you can see the LED indicator showing you that it is powered on. And again, this can be completely unplugged just by pulling the wire out the back here. And as soon as I do that, it will stop charging. So basically, as soon as you tap it with the NFC, it puts it into car mode. So at the moment I don't have a SIM card in there, so it's not actually running on the data. So that's why it's showing whether or not available and things. But normally it shows you your state of battery there, the weather there, and your time and date just there. To come out of this car mode, you just press the home button and you're back out again. In terms of the cradle itself though, it's on there pretty well. There's very, very minimal wobble. It's on there really, really well. This sticky pad though is a little bit of a pain, so if I unplug that now, as soon as you press the unclamp button at the bottom, it kind of releases it, but this bit's still really, really sticky and tacky on there. So it is, I'm actually putting quite a lot of force on that, and you can see it, well hopefully you can see it, and it kind of leaves this horrible residue on the screen. And where it's fallen on the floor, you've got like fur from like animals and grit and just like basically just nasty stuff which you have to put against your windscreen. But to put it on there is quite easy. You just basically just push it on there, and because it's so sticky and tacky, it kind of just sticks itself on there really well. And then you just press the little clamp button and it's on there. It doesn't actually feel, when you actually clamp it on, it doesn't actually feel too secure, but if you actually put some force on there, it is really, really secure. And again, to charge it, if you don't want to use the NFC bit, just literally just plonk it on there and it should start charging. I'll put it on there quite crooked, but oh, there you go, still charging anyway, as you can hopefully see on the indicator at the top. I hope you liked the video guys. If you do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.